So we just got another knowledge dump, a big one right there. And pretty much, let's see, real quick, let's destroy this. Okay, missions. Okay, we don't need this. Don't worry about those. Okay, so we just got a big knowledge dump. So allegedly, apparently, in the town of Ordinary, 17 years ago, Jessie and her brother Dylan found a slide projector, and the slides were doorways to other worlds, and they were playing in them, and they found these beings that started attacking them. And they also found another being in a different slide who apparently is Polaris and helped stop the other beings from attacking them. And by the time they got out of there, the Federal Bureau of Control, the FBC, showed up and they took the slide projector. They took Dylan, and ever since then, Jessie's been confused about what happened, and she doesn't know where her brother's at. So that's why Jessie's here. She's looking for her brother, and she blames the FBC for that. And she also has Polaris now in her head, talks to her and guides her. And then Emily is like, "Oh yeah, well that's crazy that Polaris is in your head. She must be very powerful if she got you through the lockdown to get inside the building." And she goes, "Oh, it explains all these tests I was getting from you." And she also told her about how there was two different programs that were connected to Jesse's case, which is P6, a prime candidate program, meaning a potential director, a future director. So Jesse's thinking that they took Dylan because of that. And then also Emily told her about another case of the Hedron resonance, that those HR things are carrying on their chest. So something has to do with both those things from Jesse's altered world event case. So now she's gonna go down to research and talk to Marshall, which is like Marshall's like the right hand man of Trench, and well, she's a woman, and she's gonna go talk to Marshall because Marshall's in the research center, making sure the production of those HR devices are in full effect, so more employees and agents could put them on before they lose more people. So that's Jesse's new goal: is to go to research and talk to Marshall about what the hell's going on with her brother and her history, and learn more clues, and also figure out his situation. That's where we are. Hope that explains that. If not, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to explain this crazy story. And then, that's where we are. It says, the new mission, Old Boys Club. Uh, Pope informs Jesse that Marshall went to the research sector to create more HRs. Jesse believes Marshall may know more about Dylan. There you go. Let's see what else she knows.
Hi, Jesse.
Okay, let's talk to her about these new things. Let's learn about her role, and let's also learn about her role. Yeah.
You said you're an assistant?
Oh, it's just a title. I'm a scientist, a researcher. I work for Dr. Darling. See, when Bureau agents go out in the field, the sites of altered world events, we study the materials, the altered items they bring back. It's always something we've never seen before, and studying them requires new instruments, methodologies, sometimes entirely new fields of science.
Emily really loves her job.
See, there's no guidebook for what we do here. Everything that happens at the Bureau, including the science, is without precedent.
Okay. Talk about building shifts.
This place has a bad habit of moving around, huh?
So you notice the building shifts. Did you know that 39% of Bureau accidents are caused by the shifts? It's true. I ran the numbers myself.
So they're dangerous.
Oh, very. Yet one time, a shark got shifted into a meeting room along with over 2,000 gallons of water. It was a tiger shark. Darling's pet research project. I forget what he was researching.
How
Jeez,
do
that was
people work here?
reals. I'll talk about the control points.
What can you tell me about control points?
They're nexus points of the oldest house's unique energies. Now, I wrote a 30-page proposal hypothesizing that we could siphon energy directly from them. Darling didn't even get through the first page before he turned it down.
Right. And, has anyone ever used them to teleport around?
What? No. What, I mean, you mean physically? No, not that I've ever heard of. Why?
Because that's how they work for me.
What? Really? Oh my god. More tests.
Let's hold off on the tests until later, okay?
Okay. It's just, wow. This blows my control point theories right out of the water. I love it.
You realize her job, huh? Yeah, the control points you could fast travel. I don't like to fast travel. I like to actually walk everywhere. So yeah, but that's what Jesse's like the only person that can actually use them as fast traveling points. Now let's learn about Ocean Motel and Casino.
What exactly is the Ocean View Motel?
That's a bigger question than you might think. You see, I have extreme doubts that the motel is a single place. I mean, look at all the doors inside it. Where do they all go? We know that one door leads to the oldest house, but how come we can only ever open that one door? Maybe to open a door, you have to have entered through it. So if every door leads to a different dimension, plane, reality, whatever you want to call it, then I believe that the motel is firm proof that parallel universes exist.
Does Darling agree with that?
I haven't told him yet. I'm waiting until I can prove it.
Okay, now let's talk about Dr. Darling.
I keep finding traces of Darling, but still can't find him. Where could he be?
But he's usually in his office in research or one of his labs. Dr. Darling has quite a few all around the bureau. Could be hiding in any one of them. I check myself, but I don't have access to most of them.
Sounds like I touched a nerve. He didn't let you into his labs?
Not all of them, no. Some had volatile material. It's ridiculous. I mean, this whole place is volatile material. Could have at least thought up a more convincing lie. I mean, how can I work without access to all the data possible?
She really wants to have all his research to use for reference, but he's like very secretive about his work, even though she works underneath him. We gotta find him though. Okay.
See you soon.
Be careful out there. These readings are erratic even for the oldest house. The hiss are tampering with it somehow, agitating it. Matching frequencies, maybe?
Okay.
This data won't interpret itself.
They're saying Trench was shot dead. The situation's getting worse.
I saw Trench and Darling arguing a couple weeks ago. Trench was furious. You don't think Darling...
Don't be stupid. What would the Bureau's golden child have to gain from killing the boss?
Okay, let's see, which mission should we go tackle first? I guess we could go tackle, yeah, let's go to the research sector. Got new abilities too. New ability points, I mean. Let's do more damage with launch. Okay. There we go. Use charge, kill enemies. That's a red mod. Damn, I might take this. Use charge to kill enemies in executive sector. I don't have charge though. Alright. Let's see. Okay, onto the...
They say the new director can launch objects up to 20 feet.
Bullshit. We've never recorded any distance over 5.
Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
Watch out, the one right now in front of your head, sir. You don't believe me. These people missing. Have you seen us? They're all missing in the old house. Wait, what is this right here? It says, security team, the bureau, missing Mike Pennington, 55 years old, last seen April 6th. Description, male, 55, height, 70 inches, weight, 155, brown hair, brown eyes, wearing white suit shirt, black suit pants, and black leather shoes. Person have any information, call the bureau. Not Alaska, Hawaii. He's missing somewhere in the oldest house. And where's this guy? Have you seen us? They're probably all devs. They're all missing. House. Um. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that was like one of the writers for the game. And then what does this one say? Missing security of the bureau. Jane something. It looks like Kamala Harris. Female 40. She's missing too. Then this dude's missing. Steve Fair. Last thing June 23. Everybody's just missing. Can we find all these people? I don't know. Let's keep going. Now we're going to the research sector. Here we go. New area.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications.
See what he says. I got a hotline thing too. I gotta check that out. Okay, research sector.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
So Dr. Casper Darling, head of research, explained this whole place is like the science division, with all like the research things. And pretty much, if his voice sounds familiar, that's because he's an actor, obviously, but his name is Matthew Peretta. He voices Alan Wake. So if you sound familiar, if you sound like Alan Wake, that's why, because he's the voice of Alan Wake. But there's two people that embody Alan Wake. There's an actor, a physical actor, and there's also a voice actor. Yeah, how do you say his name? Vili. I have trouble saying his name. He's the physical actor, and then the voice actor's the Matthew Peretta guy.
I'm looking at you,
Oh,
Mr. Tomasi.
Hotline. Ikavili. That's how you say his name. He's the physical actor of Alan. Okay. Oh, the hiss. So the board's gonna talk to us about the hiss now. Let's hear what they have to say about the hiss. So pretty much the board is scared of the hiss, and they're telling us we got to stop the hiss before they come and corrupt the astral plane where they are. So they take over them, they take over everybody apparently. So the hiss is scared. I mean the board is scared of the hiss. We gotta take care of them.
So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Research sector, huh? Home of the Bureau's mad scientists.
Oh. Imagine somebody sitting here working here. Lockdown lifted. Okay, cool. It's like, oh yeah, this is a cool spot to work. There's like a reception area, just sitting here, watching that view. Well, not the scientists floating in the air, but like sitting here walking around, doing your job. This is a cool spot to work in. Very spacious. The ritual division's all blocked up though, by the house. Remember we learned that they have to perform rituals to get things to work? Like I performed the ritual inside the Ocean View Motel to open the doors to get the key. Federal Bureau of Research. Roll. Okay. Let's keep going and see what this whole place is about. Uh-oh. Whoa! broke that precious material. Where are you going? Jeez. Now let's go back to the top. Got ahead of ourselves there. Check this shelter real quick. Okay, let's see, what did it say? Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. That one, this one. These two are the same. Wait, I already have a better one. That's different. Oh, I think I can get a new slot now. If I find a control point. Missing one of these blips. Collectibles. Research and records. Okay, let's new enemy type from Emily to Jesse. Research hits corrupted sniper. Oh yeah, these guys are annoying. Aero snipers specialize in eliminating threats from a distance using their telltale searchlights affixated to their rifles to search for targets. His snipers are no less lethal. The corruption has not changed their tactics. They clearly prefer to maintain a good distance from their target, waiting in an elevated position for a clear shot. Care should be taken upon open spaces. Check the balconies. I should note that their rifles are equipped with bayonet for close quarter combat, and the HISS snipers are well aware of how to use it. And they can be hella annoying to deal with, these sniper guys. Okay, now the case files. An altered world event. Number 18. Event date 1993. A possible altered world event in which an unarmed individual experiences transportality via a phone line. Transportality via phone line. Event is notable similar to the altered world event in which blank. Event response. Event is believed to have been caused by a something. As a result, the following measures have been taken to prevent. Maybe we'll find out more about this one as we go along, because it's all taped up. These weird freaking artifacts. I like how I just grabbed one of them to like take out the heads. Let's go back up to the top right here. There it goes. Things are starting to load in now. Just took a second. Scientists cutting open some weird ass thing. Now we understand what this poster means. Delays caused by house shifts do not count as overtime. So if you get stuck in the fucking oldest house by a shift, it doesn't go towards your overtime. That sucks. Some nurse sitting down. Scientist with an egg. Hey, she got an egg, like an quantum break if time is an egg. Nope. Another scientist with some vials. This one, taking ingredients or something. This one checking liquid. All the crazy tests that went on. Or scientist. Okay, what's this board say? Let's read it. Okay, here goes. Shoebox notes. Some notes. I think I've stumbled into something here. Only notes. Early hypothesis now. Further test needed. Shoebox. Retired. Retrieved from Ordinary. Summer 2012. Read. Read Ordinary Altered World Event 2002 for more information. Potential altered item. Not tagged. Altered World Event in the lab. Everything affected but the shoebox and its contents. We recreated the event, same results. Recreated with a different shoebox from home, same results. What the F? Uh, shoebox, Samantha Webb's population ongoing in something. Blog, this house of bricks. FBC alerted. Continents point to Thomas Zane. Oh, REF Bright Falls Altered World Event. 1970 Summer, 2010. Connected Altered World Events. Boom! Shoeboxes can't be altered. Continents safe. Why? How? A loophole? We could use this. Who took the shoebox? We are in the middle of a test here. Bring it back, idiots. So this right here is very powerful news. Now we know that Bright Falls, we know where Alan Wake was, is considered by the FBC an altered world event. Makes sense with the lake and all that, the darkness. So they're saying they're studying the shoe boxes uh that Thomas Zane wrote. That all shoe boxes contain they're like safes for events. Like you can't like alter anything from inside of a shoe box. Whatever you put inside your shoe box stays in there forever. Uh, so it's like they're noticing that these shoe boxes have a connection to the event at Bright Falls. So what does that mean? They've been studying Bright Falls, the Bright Falls case. They know about Bright Falls. They know about Thomas Zane because Thomas Zane's work is only inside of a shoebox. Interesting. And they know the dates too, 1970 in the summer and 2010 when everything hit the fan. I thought it was 2012, but maybe they're referring to something else. Who knows? But here they test everything. Nothing goes unturned. Conference room. Looks like a real ocean hotel or something. Okay. Pinned by Dr. Theodore Ash, head of research. Okay, now I know. Oh, there's a new character, Theodore Ash. Dr. Theodore Ash. Okay. A glimpse into a paranatural synchronicity and unseen connections. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, but only recent given by name by science. It is how we rationalize events connected by no unidentifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do household bail at the death of their master? No, why do hounds bail at the death of their master? which has occurred miles away. That is true. They always hear about the pets and dogs, like they cry up for their owners, even though they're like, and when they die, even though they're nowhere near them. That's always a little thing people have noticed over time. Uh, the world is undefined in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble across those invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road, now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce something behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God Himself will. So this is an old file, back in 1959, before they even found the oldest house, by Dr. Theodore Ashe, head of research. So this is so Dr. Darling is our current head of research. This man was a previous head of research from 1959, and he's talking about, you know, the voodoo, the weird unexplained phenomena. He's trying to connect them all together. So it's like an early glimpse into the Bureau. Now let's read this one. Federal Bureau of Control, plant complaint. Hey, so I was just wondering about the plants in research. It's really necessary to sing to them? I mean, the janitor does have a nice voice. The plants sure seem to like it. Maybe he could just switch it up a bit. I'm getting pretty tired of tango. And where did these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much, if you ask me. Are we being invaded by houseplants? Worth looking into, Dr. Lewis. Now we know that certain plants in this area like to be sung to by Auti, and now he's making everybody else sing to them to keep them happy. What happens if you don't keep the plants happy and not sing to them? Who knows? Weird ass looking plants right here. This building's crazy, man. Dr. Darling's office. Ooh, let's go in there right now. Hang on, first let me check this side. Dimensional research. Okay. Books and books and books. Okay, let's go into Dr. Darling's office. Maybe he's in there.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs.
Okay, let's see what he's talking about. Watch the film reel.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the hadron resonance anyway? Fuck. Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more.
Very terrifying the way he joked like that about the HRAs.
What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the head-room resonance anyway?
Oh, all those papers. I didn't do that. Man.
Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements, but listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as
Crazy, man. All his notes.
As a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that
More
classified.
jibber jabber over here. Says no opportunity for the transfer. No time to equalize. H2O trust rain. That's the oldest house. Cloud on top of the house. What's going on there? Line regression, data tables, crazy equations, curve, so it could be. I don't know. This is all mumbo jumbo. I don't know what the hell it means. Data info, data table. What now? Energy. Oh, experience. What's that? I can't read. Who knows? Who knows what any of this means? These are ramblings of a madman. Look at that thing. What does it say? United States of America, Federal Control Department of something affairs. The hell is that? The hell is all this stuff, man? Last encounter maps. All kinds of crazy. This is weird equipment.
Not water might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless.
Oh, yes, no.
Kidding.
Makes sense.
I'm kidding. We're making more.
There's Darling taking a picture. Okay, let's see what we got here. Some notes. Got 3 of them. Let's read the first one. The Astral Plane. Compiled by Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Okay, this is notes, his file report, whatever. Examination of paranormal topics, the astral plane, and objects of power. The Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transport users into an astral plane when touched. My predecessor, Dr. Theodore Ash, theorized, like the previous uh, uh, research head of researcher, theorized that the potential receptacle determined by a Jorgen Junkin archetypes and the collective subconscious would be inhabited by supernatural energies when an alterable event occurring in its vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the blank and the astral plane to that item, making it an object of power. We're gonna assume that means the board. So he's saying, it's an egg. The egg is the altered world event. The egg cracks. Crazy shit happens. It forms a chicken, baby chicken, which is the altered item, which is crazy and cannot be contained and does crazy shit depending on the power it has. And then over time, it grows up to be a chicken, an adult chicken, and it becomes an object of power and is bound to the astral plane and by the board. That's the best way to describe it. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on the Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimensions our dimension was once part of an astral plane, and then the objects were left behind as borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold to the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I will attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully the truth will emerge. So these are all like theories. It could be the egg hatch theory. It could be that once the Earth and the astral plane were connected together, they got severed, and now the objects of power are the only thing to connect them. So we'll see which is the which, maybe in time. Okay, another one. Compiled by Emily Pope. Alternate perspective, objects of power, and their astral connections. Okay, this is now Emily's take on the whole thing. Dr. Darling is insistent that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the, let's just call them the board, an entity or group of entities that have little information on, or little that I'm allowed to access. In his written reports, he states that there is a clear link between the object of power and the board, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposes these links are innate, a fact ingrained into the very blank of objects, such as the hotline or service weapon. So, Dr. Darling is going with the theory that the board, objects of power, the astral plane, they're all connected together as like a link. That's his theory. But what if these now this is Emily's theory, but what if these particular objects were never linked to the board, but had that connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other object of power requires such a direct contact with the board? Isn't it strange they that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director or at least worthy of the role? So yeah, only the service weapon and the hotline are a direct link to the board. The rest of the objects or powers just take you to the astral plane. So she's theorizing maybe it's the board doing all this shit on purpose. Um, isn't it strange that using the service weapon hotline result in grievous harm to even death if the user is not worthy of the role? Why do we assume that this involvement by the board is a natural fact and not something more maybe malicious or something she's trying to say? So she's really throwing out the real questions here. what's the whole goal of the board, and what are they really trying to do? Why are they so scared of the hiss? And why do we have to stop them? Why can't they stop them? So now this is Dr. Darling's other notes. Utilization of paranatural elements, resonance, confidential, top eyes only. So I'm maybe reading like fucking notes that not even Emily Pope can get to yet. Resonance is there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, through us, from us. But what if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Blank opened the door to it, and I've called blank. The emits a force that is far beyond the forces we've previously dealt with. It has shown me so much that I have to wonder: is resonance the key element in all altered phenomena? Altered world events, altered items, objects of power, do they share a common something that we yet to discover? We can harmonize control points. What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer this whole time? So now he's starting to wonder about the resonance, like the hiss resonance, isn't actually a good thing. But so far, it seems to be not a good thing because it's turning people, it's killing people, and it's also altering their bodies, controlling their minds. But is that really a good thing? Like, what are they all connecting to? Because they're all chanting the same thing. Now Dr. Darling is starting to wonder if the hiss resonance is actually a good thing. I don't know. One could argue and say it is, one could argue and say it's not. Now let's see what this one is. To Darling from A. Lewis. Parapsychology budget, whatever the hell it's that one section of the research sector. Dear Dr. Darling, I suspect my colleague Dr. Hargington has already contacted you asking for an increase in her department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel, all fusses but no results. Parakinesiology has always been the stronger department, more breakthroughs, more tangible data, more unusable research. I'm sure a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of a budget increase. Just think of what those additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. Yours in admiration, Dr. Abraham Lewis. So this guy's sucking up to Dr. Darling because his team needs more funding than this other team that he's bitching about. Pretty funny. And Dr. Darling is the one in charge of the budget for the research department. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, the hits are back. Oh no, big guy! The guy has a grenade. Just feeding him back his own medicine. Took him out. It's actually pretty cool. Keep launching back his own medicine at him. Okay, get rid of this one. Okay, trying to break this his barrier. So there was a file. Let's see if I can find it. Just take it down. There was a file. Where was it? These guys. It has something to do with the hiss. A hiss barrier right here. It talks about destroying the hiss barrier. Emily, and she says that destroy multiple connected resonance sources found in the vicinity. Destroy the hiss entities in the area. So check, we destroyed the hiss entities in this area, but now you gotta destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources, which are these things. So break them all. One right there. And it should open up the barrier. There's one more. Oh, that's right here. Oh, it came back. There we go. Parapsychology, that was one of the departments fighting over the budget. Oh yeah, I have level 3 now, don't I? Wait, where is it? Yeah, I'm a level 3 now, clearance. Here we go.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
They start pushing me out. Gotta get to that. Can't get to it yet. So I have to go around because the hiss is pushing me out. Parapsychology, Astral, Exposition, and Central. That's Central Research. Let's go these two. This is crazy, man. The shift, man. Imagine getting crushed in this hallway. That poor couch. Look at that. Imagine getting stuck down there, like screaming for help. Nobody can help you. It's terrifying. I think that says watch your step. Yeah, sure. Oh, he's blocked out. Oh, I knew I was gonna die. I was just in a bad spot. I was in a bad spot. I knew I was gonna die right there. Maybe it was a good thing, so maybe the texture will load in this time. It's really annoying, man. Last time I played this game, I did not have that issue. This freaking update really made it bad. So we're gonna go all the way down. There's an encounter a chair dude. Do that one. Switch it out. Right. There we go. Tension's loading. Gotta go this way. Oh, I hit nobody? Yeah, now they're dead. There we go. Look at that. It's a hiss. Alter World Event 18, 1993. Details. Transcript. A call to California State Emergency Services. Dispatcher 911. What's your emergency? Voice. Hello? Hello? I'm here. Can you hear me? Dispatcher. I can hear you, ma'am. Where are you? Voice. I'm, inside the wires. I'm lost. Dispatcher. Ma'am, have you been drinking tonight? Voice. I feel like I'm stretching through the wire towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. Dispatcher. Go where, ma'am? Voice. Go gone away. Dispatcher. Okay, and can you describe your surroundings? Here's a noise. Dispatcher. Ma'am, hello, ma'am. No, dispatcher attempted to call the number back, but it was no longer in service. So what the fuck happened there? An altered world event where someone got stuck inside the wires of a phone and started traveling through the wires. Sounds terrifying. That's a hiss right there. They have captured. That. Another one. See if we can fix this, bulletin board. There it goes. Fixing. Takes a second for it to load in. Let's see what it says. It's just a whole bunch of mathematics. I wouldn't understand what the hell it's saying. Okay, let's keep going. We got pencil sharpeners here and everything. Old school. They have to. Technology. Astral expedition.
The Astral Plane. It's similar to an iceberg. What you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important.
Oh, I got a new chance to get a new gun. Which one should I go for? Should I unlock the mod for the grip or should I lock the spin? Hmm. Choices here. I think I'll go with spin. Yeah. The mods. I need one more to upgrade.
To the Bureau. Most information on the Astral.
So now I got the spin. New version of the gun. The spin is a generous magazine and high rate of fire, best used in controlled bursts. Pretty much like a submachine gun now. So I got a pistol, a shotgun, and now a submachine gun. All in one gun. So let's put the ability on that one. The accuracy or rate of fire. Let's do rate of fire. Alright. Media now. The Astral Plane. Let's see what he has to say about the Astral Plane.
The Astral Plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the Astral Plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid, the board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
Okay.
Astral Plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid, the board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to power in terms of who controls it. Yes.
Spin. Shadow. Insane. Truly insane. This is a weird wall they did the cleanse point on. Okay. Second. Yeah, let's keep going. There it goes. Just gotta give it a second to load in. It's so annoying, but I gotta keep doing this. This room is crazy. Seeing pictures of the pyramid and the astral plane. It's crazy because like they have pictures now of the astral plane. These are images from the astral plane, which is pretty awesome. That's a story in itself. How the hell did they get these pictures? Look at that. It's like proof that the astral plane exists. Okay, let's see what it says. Compiled by Dr. Casper Darling, Head of Research. Process and best practices Astral Plane Expedition. The Astral Plane Expedition was originally built for the astronauts to use as a training location, a place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. We could have done a better job with it, but was being stingy with the budget. However, once we discovered the blank, we decided to repurpose the space, similar to the zoo's hope. Familiar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals. We hope to observe the blank behavior in its environment similar to its home dimension. So far, it just breaks everything we put in with it. But Rome wasn't built in a day. Refer to file 39, whatever. New naming conservation has been established for the astral entity known as a Astral Spike. Outdated terms in this report have been redacted. Okay, so let's read this again. So basically they're saying that they built this room here at the oldest house, a training room for the astronauts. which are like the FPC agents that are trained so they could go into the astral plane. So they built a room to like simulate the astral plane, and they kind of like Darling kind of jokes about it, saying like it could have been built better, but the budget was asking for too much. And then he also states that they brought something back from the plane, and they call it the Astral Spike, and they decided to stick it in that training area they have here in the oldest house that represents the astral plane, so it could be familiar with its surroundings. But all it does is destroy everything in its path. So there's an astral spike here in the fucking oldest house from the astral plane, which is insane. There's more pictures. That's the Astral Spike, I'm assuming. Too Darling, too Marshall. Only for their eyes, I guess. More photos of the Astral Plane and the pyramid. Here's a 3D model of the Astral Plane they built. That's pretty freaking cool. Look at that. Looks pretty close to the real thing. Tiny little people jumping around. That's really cool. And here might be the most terrifying thing out of all of them. This film reel. Look at that shit. Like, what the hell is that? There's more stuff. And now, the final thing here. The TV. Let's go look at it over here. Astral Spike.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions. Apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
Now think about what he just said right there. He just said that the freaking the way they got images from the astral plane was through brain scans from the astral knots that have been there, like the FBC agents that went there. So they're getting brain frequencies and imagery from their brains to scan out these photos. So that's the only way they have evidence of the astral plane. And then they said that one of the entities, astral, and they said that every time they go into the astral plane, they're always bound to the pyramid. Where the board talks to them, and the board, I guess, controls that area. Anyways, they said that when they were coming back, one of the FBC agents, astronauts, he brought back something from the astral plane in his brain, which was the astral spike, and it just kept growing and growing out of his brain, of his thoughts, and it blew up, and it pretty much blew up out of his head, so he's obviously dead. and now that's what's inside the oldest house they have it contained, the Astral Spike. That thing came out of somebody's freaking head, all because they went to go visit the Astral Plane, which is a conscious place, which is crazy.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. That's proven wrong. It's an actual place.
I like how you just take the real.
Construct of the mind, though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material.
I can't believe they keep that thing here.
And that's the Astral Spike. That's those things that Jessie saw when she went to the Astral Plane with a challenge to Object of Power. They have one. They brought one back. Not by choice, but there it is. And this is the building they use to test out the Astral Plane. They built their own little wooden pyramid, and they have like little wooden fake freaking blocks to make. And now it's used to hold this thing in here now. This was their testing ground. Now it's the cage for this freaking Astral Spike. Imagine if this thing got out. This door opens. That door should lock. There we go. Whoa! It's angry. Got it. Locked it.
What was the Bureau doing with that thing?
Seriously. It's just hanging out here too. I want to open it because then I'll come back out. So I locked it in there. It's locked in for good now, and this door opened right here. Everything else looks good in here. Close that door too for safekeeping.
Someone answer, damn it! We need backup down here!
Marshall, are you still there? Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
See if all this loads in proper way. Give it a second. Yeah, enemy type right there. Who's left? Oh.
If anyone is listening, we've encountered heavy resistance. We've fallen back to the lock department. All agents are ordered to converge here.
Okay, gotta fix this now. I got more textures not loaded in. Just give it a second. There we go. One of them. That one still doesn't want to load in. We got these to load in. There it goes. Now this one needs to load in now. Come on, man. This game really fucked up. They need to update this game. The last update screwed it up. So this is back where I was. I made a full 360. I remember I was being blocked off right here. Now I'm in a whole full 360 around the area. Now I'm here.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden. Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
You got that right.
More of you? Really?
That fix it? Wait, what's it look like again? Okay, looks like that. Alright, now I know. Got some more files. Okay, let's see these new files. Okay, new enemy type. From Emily to Jesse. Field, the His cluster. His clusters are unique in that they are concentrated manifestations of His resonance without the need of a host. There you go, there's no host to the energy resonance. His clusters are dense spherical compressions of His resonance that serve support functions in the hierarchy of the His entities. The clusters are capable of replenishing His hosts with infusions of resonance. This does not heal any physical damage inflicted on the organic hosts, but rather seems to rejuvenate them, allowing them to endure more bodily harm than normally possible. The fact that the Hiss makes an effort to preserve its corrupted hosts underlines a level of awareness and discretion that was previously just speculation on my part. Can this entity be considered an individual or simply an extension of the Hiss as a whole? Capturing one alive would be quite interesting. So basically these little fuckers, they heal the Hiss, but not the physical bodies they take over. But they heal the Hiss and make them strong again. So you gotta take these things out fast first. They're the healers of the group. Now let's read this one. Dr. Bentley Hargington, Psychology Department Chief, to Casper Darling. The report serves as an introductory guide to the astronaut program, including candidate recipients, training practices, and astral research procedures. Astronauts are chosen individuals who explore and document the astral plane by making physical contact with the X-ray light box. In the Hypothesis Lab, a section of Psychology Division, cycles. I don't know what that means. Psycho and psychological training is vital for the repeated transition between planes known as dives. So basically, they train. This is a training program for the EPC agents to go into the astral plane, and they use the X-ray light box to go to the astral plane. So this is their way of going to the astral plane, using that X-ray light box. Because usually only a director goes into the astral plane through the object of power, but now they've found an object of power that lets them go without having to be bound to the service weapon or bound to the board. So they had to go on an extensive psychological training in order to even take these, they call them dives, into the astral plane. After each dive, astronauts must undergo a blank session in the cognitive recording chairs to record their experience in the plane. Gathered data has conclusively proven that the blank within the astral plane are widely between astronauts. Very widely between astronauts. One rare occasion, these dives can result in loss, often occurring with teammates encounter aggressive astral entities. So, pretty much after each dive, they come back and they have to go sit in those chairs downstairs I just came across. They sit down in those chairs, they put those things on their heads, and they scan their brainwaves, and they talk about what their experience in the astral plane, and from there, that's how they were able to get images from the astral plane, and they're also able to map it out, figure out what the hell. Makes sense, I guess. Okay, now there's another one called recording chair procedures. Before using the recording devices, please ensure the following safety measurements are met. Ensure the volunteer is securely fastened in their chair. Ensure the hood is placed over the volunteer's head. This will prevent the volunteer from taking in visual stimuli during the recording process. That's why you saw some of those hiss that were sitting in chairs with hoods over their head. They were actual FBC agents before they got corrupted. They were doing that program test thingy. They were recording their data from their previous encounters in the astral plane. They just so happened to get taken over by the hiss that very moment. And you'll see them float around in chairs. Ensuring the hood is placed over the volunteer's head. This will prevent the volunteer from taking any visual stimuli during the recording process, which can lower their quality of capture footage. This also prevents recording technicians from viewing the volunteer's face, which undergoes muscle spasms during recording that some consider upsetting. So when they're recording and retelling these events and doing their brain scans, these astronaut guys, their faces start morphing and twitching and spazzing out, which could also be upsetting to the other scientists who are recording the data. So it's another reason why they put a bag over their head. Check if the volunteer is comfortable. Number 4, activate the recording apparatus. 5, after the recording is complete, check the volunteer cognitive ability using the provided questionnaire. Reminder, do not be alarmed if the length of recording footage exceeds the volunteer's period of unconsciousness. The astral dilation is a known issue. If any problems arise during the process, contact your supervisor. Pretty much they're saying that don't be alarmed like if the data is going far beyond their visit, because in the astral plane, time works different. Okay, then here's another one. Compiled by Paula Bontier, researcher, by order of Emily Pope. Rethinking groupthink. This study extends the works of Irvin Janis, Robert Barron, and others by proposing a strong causal links between groupthink and the passive or active use of telepathy. To prove these connections, the Psychology department carried out various variations of Solomon Ark's original conformity experiments using telepathic individuals as the subject. See experiments blah 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 for details. The extent, qualitative and quantitative data results from these experiments was then used to identify telepathic interference within the group. Further empirical findings suggest measures can be taken to safeguard against telepathic influence on behaviors by engaging in. Rather boldly, this paper stands to revolutionize decades of groupthink theory and provide new directions for further experimentation on the mind, including manipulation of blank and that. They're probably talking about the objects of power, how you can manipulate them to your will. They're just gathering data from all kinds of sources from the astral plane. Because the floppy disk, telepathic. Alright, let's go talk to Marshall now. Oh, this door open.
Welcome to the party, ma'am. Marshall is right down the hall.
Okay. These rangers are all suited up. Oh, NPC agent dead here. Let's see what he says. Case files, ID, rubber duck. Acquisition date 2001. Containment location, the Panopticon, floor 3, unit 6. So this one's supposed to be contained. Rubber duck, altered item. Discovered in the home of agent after his young daughter complained of being followed by her rubber duck. According to Agent Blank, the matter was ignored, believed to be the result of a child's imagination until he began to hear the quacking at night. After discovering the item hiding in the daughter's closet, he brought it to the Bureau for study. Update: it was discovered that the Agent Blank was bringing known paranormal materials into his home, allegedly taking them outside the oldest house. How this may have affected the creation of an altered item is beyond investigation. Agent Blank has been terminated. So this motherfucker was taking home work. You're not supposed to do that. That's the number one rule. Do not take your work home. He was taking home objects from work, and whatever he took home caused an altered item to be created from a rubber duck in his house. Those rubber ducks you put in your bathtub. And because of that, rubber duck was teleporting around following his daughter. So he takes it to the FBC, and they discover that he was sneaking items outside the oldest house, so he got terminated. And now they have the rubber duck, but they can't figure out how the fuck him taking these items out of the oldest house created an altered item within itself with a physical object from his house, which was the rubber duck, which is crazy. And yeah, let's keep going.
Marshall is waiting for you in the lab, just down the hall.
They're above the top of the research center, way up here. So I started over there in the elevator. Dr. Darling's office is over there. Went back down, went through there, did a whole circle down there on that third floor, and now I went to this elevator. I'm up here. Let's see if I can fix this terrible. There we go. Even the. There you go. Yeah, it's just crazy how all these freaking textures are just fucking up. Thanks a lot, Patch. Even this one, man. Like, do I have to like look at everything? Yeah, this is crazy. We gotta fix this. So I'm gonna stand right here in the middle of the room.
There you are. I was starting to worry.
Stand here. Hopefully it fixes it. Click around, I guess, for a second. Guys, just sit on the floor. Come on, let them all in. Not gonna let them in, is it? Let me go out of the game. Maybe that help it. There we go. Let's go talk to Marshall now.
Congratulations on your appointment, Director Phaeton. I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jesse. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Here's the situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan. I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss.
Yeah, she
Ranger,
just gave,
let her through. We'll have to lock the door behind you. Sorry, but we can't risk a breach.
she just gave me new clearance. Or did she? No, she gave me level 3 clearance. I already have level 3 clearance.
Has anyone heard from Salvador?
Last anyone heard, he was taking a security team into containment. The reason is currently unknown.
I think I know the reason.
So now Salvador is missing too. And she didn't really seem to give a shit about about Trench being dead. She just like business as usual for her. I can't get in there.
Layout of this place almost invites an ambush. Guess we never thought we'd be fighting on our own turf.
Seriously. I've been in Threshold safer than this.
Yeah, the hiss sort of turned the house into a threshold, huh?
Alright, let's keep going. You guys are all just chilling here, guarding her.
Seen that funky mirror they're studying down the hall? I heard it steals your soul.
Don't worry. You've already sold yours by working here.
A funky mirror that steals your soul. There's a war going on over here.
I see rangers over there. We have to help them.
Oh no! Woo! We survived that. Good shit, boys. I don't know how we survived that shit. Crazy. Alright, let's cleanse this area before it gets even more crazier. Look at that, man. Got him. having to kill your own men. I've been, corrupted by the hiss. What the hell happened here? A glitch? This guy's rocks are just falling forever. It's raining rocks right here! Ow, 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 ow! How's the shelter doing? Oh, it's locked. Can't get into it until I cleanse the area. Alright guys, time to cleanse. There we go. Just telling you another one, man. Poor bastards. It's still raining rocks right there. It's all corrupted. Hilarious. Let's get these filters open now, see what's in them. Okay, this one's better. This one's obviously better. That one's better. That one's better. How's the shatter? Oh, about the same. That one's better. Okay, what does this say? Oh yeah, new enemy type. Emily to Jesse. The Hiss Warped Agent. The Hiss Warped wield only paranatural abilities similar to drifters. They are able to telekinetically shield themselves with nearby material and large objects at their target. And launch objects at their target. These entities are particularly destructive and difficult to kill, possibly indicating a greater internal reinforcement of the Hiss resonance. Why do certain Hiss display paranatural abilities while others rely on Bureau firearms? Do certain corrupt entities have less potential than the host that becomes Hiss warped? Or is this perhaps an indication of an evolution of maturation of the Hiss corruption? Are there other stages of evolution yet to be found? What if the Hiss inhabits a host of a month, a year? Do hosts expire after a certain amount of time? Does the corruption become too strong for an organic body to endure? Only time and document observation will tell. Observation will tell. It is interesting. Like, why do some of them only use weapons and some of them have telekinetic powers? Or paranatural powers, however you want to call it. This one's from Bethany Harrington to Trench. Ooh, straight to Trench. With the recent arrival of the blank, there are certain glaring gaps in the Bureau's ability to educate and raise a young blank. There are no other blank for blank to play with and is expected to learn about frightening new concepts. Solution. Blank will require a slow, blank-friendly introduction to paranatural topics. With this in mind, allow me to introduce the Threshold Kids, a television show in which a cast of cheerful puppets explain the dangers of living at the Bureau, but also show the fun side of the budget would be minimal. I took a few puppet making courses at my local community center. We can research staff build the set, record the footage, and even do the voices. It'll be very good for morale, and I guarantee will respond positively to these videos. We can't expect a blank to enjoy lectures and people in lab coats, but as television has proven for years, blank love puppets. Are you talking about kids? They're trying to indoctrinate kids into the Bureau? Who knows? Okay, this place is all guarded down. Let's see my mission objective. This one. Old Boys Club. Pope informs Jesse that Marshall went to the research sector to create more HRs. Jesse finds Marshall and her rangers fighting in a hopeless battle against the Hiss in an attempt to reach Dr. Darling's HR lab. So I gotta keep making my way to the HR lab. Okay, here we go. The ritual office. Let's see what's in here. Imagine working here in this desk. How lonely it would be. You just stand by an elevator, never knowing who's gonna come up. What does it say? Correspondence. Carla, file received. To H10 by C. Van Haan. I can't say his name. Subject, Black Rock sample analysis. Thank you for the file. It was very helpful. I've re-archived it with the Black Rock research in case you need to refer to them again. Yes, the video shoots are always interesting. I expect my availability for those to decrease in the future. However, as my analysis of this newly discovered Black Rock variant is researching a critical point, I hope you'll be able to attend them still. Darling seems to be under a lot of pressure lately. I'm sure he would appreciate any support you can provide. Regarding the analysis he provided, I do not have any questions. Thank you for the expedition delivery. Regards, the research specialist, Dr. Carla Von. So they're talking about Black Rock, which we'll find out later what the hell Black Rock is. And, yeah. I gotta fix that.
The forest of positive interactions. So I play this and get in the tank. Okay. Self-reflection can bring answers. I read that somewhere.
So I picked up a reel for a mission, side quest. Here it is. Jesse learns of another object of power, an X-ray light box in the hypothesis lab. Oh no, that was the other one. This one, Dr. Yoshima's Tokui's Guide, Imaginary Experience. Jesse finds a strange audio tape containing a guided imagery experience. This is a new mission that I never got to play, so it'll be the first time I'm playing it in this playthrough. I'll explain later why I never got to play it. Okay, now let's go to, back to the main one we're doing. I didn't realize that was where you started. They placed it right there. Okay. Anyways. Rituals. Research. Emily to Dr. Darling. Tangible effects of rituals. obsessive compulsive disorder, hoarding, anxiety disorder. While certain manifestations of these conditions are simply a result of mental illness, sometimes the individuals are simply performing blank called rituals. The of rituals can vary: numerology, dream logic, fortitude, fortitude, verbal formula, re- repetitive action, and casual teething, casual tethering, not teething, tethering, are just some of the procedures involved. Some rituals are consistent, such as pulling the light switch cord 3 times to enter the motel, but others are erratic. While most people engage in binaural rituals every day, the vast majority do not understand the importance behind their actions. Avoiding disaster, um, am- amassing luck, or simply locating lost keys are all the results of daily rituals. Individuals who recognize a deeper meaning behind these compulsive actions are inherently aware of the paranatural world, and when located should be considered for employment at the Bureau. So any crazy person that does these rituals because they know they have higher importance are prime candidates to have a job at the Bureau because they understand the true value of a good ritual. Like the one of the motel with the key and the light switch. Plug in the light switch cord 3 times. So this place, they do a lot of rituals. They study rituals to make things happen. Let's see if we get this board going. Hang on. This seems to do the trick now. There it is. Now we just throw it back. Oh, knocked the board over. What does it say? Vacuum chamber, constellation system. I don't know, just mumbo jumbo. Determine, cross. Can't read this people's jargon. I don't know what it means. It just means something. That's all I know. Let's see if it fixes it over here. Probably not. Nope, that globe is stubborn. It will not transfix. That's okay. Okay. Matter of fact, let's grab this globe and toss it out the window in anger. Oh yeah. Jump out the window. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, almost fell. There's like a secret area you could walk around. Curious whether there was a point here, a skill point, or a box to open here somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's on the other side? Ah, here it is. Okay. Just that. Getting too fancy, I guess. Okay, let's keep going.
Altered item number...
AI-5 2 testing.
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First, a low voltage electric shock. No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner. No response. Next, a series of solutions will be applied, each with a different value on the pH scale, from 0 to 14. No response to any value. Next, I will attempt to communicate. Can you understand me? Can you understand my words? Quack if you can understand my words. No response. This concludes session 2. We'll need time to prepare further tests.
Talking about an altered item.
52AE analysis, session 2.
The rubber
I
duck.
will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First,
There it
a
is.
low voltage electric shock. No response.
It's here for testing.
Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner.
Okay, let's keep going.
No response. Next, a series
This way to the lab? Okay.
a different value.
You must like these HRAs. Sounds like Darling built them. And most of the things around here. If Marshall can't help us with Dylan, he's our next best bet. Assuming he's not dead. Or taken over by the hiss.
It's a good possibility, good theory, because they can't seem to find his ass. This right here, this room right now, it's pretty cool because you get to it later, but man, I want to fix this thing. There it goes, it's fixed, sort of. Let's see if I can get in there. Not supposed to go here yet. Hey. I can't see the photo. There you go. Thank you, game. Screen's all blurry now. What the hell? Come on, game. Work with me. Hang on. Go. Still not working. Oh well, let's do it this way. Oh. That's why I couldn't do it. Because the control sign is wrong. There. Oh wait, no. There we go. Took a second. I realized why it wasn't working because I set the controls different. HR Lab.
You led me here. Any idea how to make it work?
Please tell us.
Hello again, Director. It appears we have a new problem. We need to get the HRA machine working.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have had a system. Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. So I gotta figure this out. Mentions too powerful for use. Feedback loop. Yeah. So this card goes here in 3. No. First I gotta find all the cards.
So, we need to find all the punch cards.
Right. It's 2. What's a file? Don't want that. Ah, here it is. 3. 4. There's one laying down the floor here. Hey, a reel.
Embracing the erratic, an audio journey. This must be one of those sensory tank tapes.
I've not seen that before. That's new to me. Okay. Oh, this. Alright, what's this one say? This is number 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's obviously 4. Can we effect of... So... This one is... This one? Looks about right. That's number 4.
Each punch card should correspond to a terminal.
Number 5 is that one. Number 1 is that. Okay.
These whiteboard drawings may be important.
Number 2. Square. Where's number 3 at? Right here? I think this is it. Yup.
prism shattered. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan.
Just great.
We need more Blackrock prisms to make this machine work. Darling has another lab, down in the Blackrock processing site and maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way. But how long will that take? Nothing here is simple. I need to ask her now, before I go. I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it. I'm the only one who can help. Fine. I'll get the prisms first. Dylan will have to wait just a little longer. But don't call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Thanks. Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us, and keeping us from being wiped out.